Hello, thanks for joining me once again. And today what we're going to do is talk about air filters again. I have a video that reviewed various air filters and the different types, but I came across something that's new and I wanted to test it out. It's a reusable, washable, machine washable air filter for your HVAC system that would essentially prevent you from having to constantly purchase new ones. You just you take the cover off, throw it in your machine, and wash it and replace it. So I had this company send me one. They're not paying me by any means, but I'm going to do a real review. Unlike some of the other videos you might see on this product, they just open the box and talk about it, and that's it. But what we're going to do is we're going to put it together. I'm going to show you what it looks like, show you what it is. I'm going to use it for a month. So the first part of the video is going to be you watching me put it together and install it. And then the last part is going to be 1 month later, where I actually pull it out and we can see, how much debris it picked up and give my thoughts on what I think about the filter. So here we go. Okay, so this product is called AirThreds, and I watched a couple others open it up and take it apart on a couple of other videos. So just so I can get a feel for it. Okay. And from what I understand, there's a little frame that we'll have to easily assemble. This was based on the size of the filter that my HVAC system accepts, 16 by 25. They make these apparently in all different sizes. Here is the actual filter. It's a cover. This is the thing that you throw in the washing machine afterwards. It unzips. So you basically slide this over the frame. We'll put that together. Supposed to be fairly simple. I'm not making it seem that way. There we go. It really was. It's all done. Okay? And then this thing slides over and then zips. So let's get that in here and do that. Looks like I might have to stretch it. You might be hearing me better now because my microphone was turned in the wrong direction before. Okay. Alright. So this thing stretches, which means we're going to have to stretch this up over the top. It's a little tight fit. There we go. All right. Okay. So now we're going to bring this down and install it into the furnace. My concern is it's a fabric here, and I know that in my furnace it's just a little different. I have an old school furnace where I've got to slide the thing in, and I've got a couple little screws along the bottom where I hope they don't catch. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, this does specify a flow direction, which I'm following. Okay, that's in. All right, let's check it in another month. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm back, and I let it go a little bit more than a month, closer to about a month and a half. I'm going to go get the filter out of the furnace right now. Okay, so here is what it looks like after about 6 weeks or so inside the furnace, capturing all of the particles. And this was during a time of the year where I still had the heat running. It wasn't air conditioning. And I'll show you, I have a spare filter. You can see the difference in color. You can definitely see how it trapped the particles. So the next thing we want to do is just take it through a wash cycle. While I do that, I'll definitely put the spare on here and reinstall. But let's put it through a wash cycle and see how clean it gets. And recommend using just mild laundry detergent, something that you wash your clothes with, something that you come into contact with all of the time. Do not wash this in a bucket using garage detergents, because you remember the air is going to be flowing through this, going through your house. So you definitely want to be washing this with something that's extremely mild, or something that you're used to, something that's not going to create allergies or even be harmful to you. So we're going to wash it now, and then we'll see what it looks like when we're done. While the filter is in the washer and the dryer, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button while we're waiting for that thing to finish cleaning. I'm going to go get myself some of Mrs. Flannel Guy's lasagna for lunch, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back now, and I've got the cleaned filter. I put it back on here. Okay, it's much cleaner, as you can see. You see the flow here. All right, this is the side. So this is the flow. This is where the air was flowing. You can see the new one side by side. It came out. It's not exactly perfectly white, but it came out pretty clean. And it's ready to go back in. I'm going to keep the new one. I'm going to save this until this one's no longer usable. Maybe get some tears. Who knows? But I'm going to reinstall it. And my overall opinion, I think, is pretty good on this, actually. So doing my review recap is that it worked pretty well. We didn't notice any air clarity, a negative air clarity difference at all during the last month and a half while this thing was installed. It cleaned up well. I like the idea of not having to buy another one again. I've got a backup. This will probably last years as long as I take care of it and don't rip it while I'm installing it and putting it in and removing it from the furnace, which shouldn't be a problem for you if you've got a newer furnace too. So I think this is worth the purchase. I'm going to put a link in the description and also in the first pinned comment on where you can find this. Hopefully it'll work out for you. I'm glad that I stumbled upon it, and I think I'm going to continue to use these. So that doesn't always happen with a review. Sometimes it's oh well, no big deal. But I think this is good. I'm gonna recommend these to others if we start having that air filter discussion. So thanks again for watching. I hope, like I said, you liked it. Hit that like button and bell notification icon for future videos. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.